Welcome to What's Brewing with IAT Insurance Group, where episode after episode we cover the latest marketplace trends with subject matter experts who are fueling our mission to provide insurance answers together. Grab your cup and let's settle in.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kolb, and welcome back to What's Brewing. I'm the SVP of Moving Storage here at IAT. This episode is airing on Giving Tuesday, and in that spirit, we're using our platform to spotlight an organization making a real difference, not only in the moving and storage industry, but across North America. We're honored to welcome today's guest, Adam Lowy, founder of Move for Hunger.
Thanks for having me.
Adam hails from New Jersey, the Garden State, where his family has owned a moving company for 100 years, an experience that helped inspire Move for Hunger's origin. He proudly represents New York City's hub of the World Economic Forum Global Shapers Community and has been recognized by VH1 Do Something Awards and Forbes 30 Under 30 list for his commitment to spearheading social change. Pretty impressive, Adam. For those who don't know, Move for Hunger was a natural partner for IAT. We insured moving and storage companies across the country, many of which are key players in Adam's network. It's been amazing to see these partnerships go beyond just the business side and have a real human impact. So Adam, so glad you're here with us today. Super impressive resume. Take us back to 2009. You grew up in the moving business. What moment sparked the idea for Move for Hunger?
Yeah, thanks for having me today. Mentioned I grew up on a moving truck, so it's what you do when dad and uncles and grandparents and all that have been doing it. I did my time at this point, but also, grew a real appreciation for the industry, which is just made up of some really incredible people. The moving industry doesn't always get the best reputation. I feel like the only time it's ever in the news is when something's broken or lost, and no one really covers the human side of all the incredible companies in this industry, not only supporting Move for Hunger, but supporting their local communities in major ways. It started as a nice thing to do. I didn't know anything about hunger or food waste. In fact, I was doing marketing for a different company out of college, and we always just saw people throwing away things when they were moving. I'm sure you've moved too, Kevin, and it's kind of like that time in people's lives where they're purging, they're throwing things away, and we always noticed that it was perfectly good non-perishables getting left behind, getting thrown in the trash. It was a question that came up, in the kitchen of like, what should I do with my food? If you were moving internationally, you weren't legally allowed to take it with you. If you're moving long distance, the best advice was don't take it with you because it's going to add weight. So it started off as like, this can actually just be a solution to one of the customer's problems. We're here anyway. Let's ask folks if they want to donate their food before they move out. We'll pick it up. We'll bring it to the local food bank. And literally in 30 days, we collected 300 pounds of food from doing our jobs. That was where it started.
So amazing. So then this built out into, or evolved, I should say, in like a nationwide movement like this, from New Jersey, that it branched out. What were some of those early challenges that you encountered or milestones as you were building this organization out?
Yeah, I remember the very early days where it was literally like me and a legal pad in my dad's conference room kind of getting started and just calling up moving companies cold on the phone, hey, this is Adam with Move for Hunger. But there was no Move for Hunger. Like, imagine a random person asking you to get involved with a charity that doesn't really exist yet. Like, you would probably hang up on that person.
I mean, it's a cool, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. And I had a lot of people hang up on me very early on. I was very grateful to then, at the time, the CEO of Wheaton Van Lines, Dave Witzerman, who was wonderful and kind of brought us under Wheaton's wing and helped us pilot in some of their locations. And then we started working with the National Council of Moving Associations. And those two groups really started introducing us to the industry and kind of like having their stamp of approval, if you will. It kind of gave us instant credibility. So for what started with one moving company and then piloted to 8, and then all of a sudden Wheaton's talking to Allied and Allied's talking to United. And it's like, I was very grateful that everyone said that this didn't have to be just their thing, that this should be an industry thing. And it was in that way organically that we were really able to grow. And I think the reason that happened was, this wasn't just something that was happening like in one place or one time of year. This is moving companies having the ability to feed and support their own communities, right? We don't ship food across country or overseas. If a moving company in San Diego is picking up food, it stays in San Diego. Or if a moving company in New Jersey is picking up food, it's going to stay in the Garden State. And that's really what we're trying to create, like people helping their own communities.
Yeah, so that local impact, that's what's so powerful about what you do, right? And it gets to there's someone in the backyard or someone next door that we may not be thinking about, or even know that there might be an issue there. So with that in mind, is there a certain story that stands out to you or something that really captures the heart of what Move for Hunger does?
Yeah, when I started the organization, I knew nothing about charities. I knew nothing about, building a movement. And when I think about the most effective organizations out there, they're trying to build something that is more than itself. So I know today we've got 1,400 moving companies that work with us across the United States.
Wow.
If we shut our doors, there'd still be a lot of those that are still going out every day and collecting food for the local communities. I've had moving companies that weren't involved with this at all and have since joined the boards of their local food banks. They've become that much more committed to the cause. And I think education is such a powerful thing because, again, when I started this and I had my 300 pounds of food and I took a tour of my local pantry and they told me there were 140,000 people in my county that didn't have enough to eat, it blew my mind. Now imagine that replicating across every one of those 1,400 movers. I don't expect them all to quit their jobs and start a nonprofit, but I do expect them and their customers to all of a sudden say, you know what, we have the power and the resources to do something about this in our communities. And it doesn't take much. And it feels really good. I always say giving back is the most selfish thing you can do. And that to me, that's how we're creating something that will outlast myself and even the organization.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. So I've learned from you and your team that roughly 38% of food in the U.S. goes to waste, which is a crazy big number. I mean, staggering. For our listeners out there, what are some small, meaningful ways that we can help reduce that number?
Great question. I mean, food waste happens at every part of the supply chain. So, at the individual level, I mean, number one, when you're cooking at home and you're chopping things up, I recommend freezing things or maybe having a fridge night where you're just kind of making something with some of those leftovers so they don't spoil because there is a lot of food waste that happens in the home. In fact, 40% of food waste happens in the home. The other fun thing, when you're at the grocery store and you see that apple or that carrot that looks a little off, it's still fine. Ugly fruit needs love too. So, go buy that piece of produce. If you leave it behind, odds are the grocery store is going to throw it away. So those little shifts that you can just start thinking about will be really helpful. And if you want even more tips around food storage, preparation recipes, we actually have a website called zerowastekitchen.org, and you can go on there and find a whole bunch of really great ways to be able to reduce food waste as an individual.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Thank you for that. And, like you said, the small, easy steps. It doesn't take really anything but time and thought to do these small steps. And
there's cool recipes on there too. Like I didn't know that you can make pesto with like the greens of a carrot, but apparently carrot top pesto is like very popular and very delicious. So it's those little tidbits.
It's one of my favorite meals. I'll do that tonight. It's all
there you go.
So Giving Tuesday is around the corner for us. And, clearly, we're hoping a lot of people get motivated to act with this podcast. So what are some ways listeners can support Move for Hunger, whether an individual doing this or through an organization?
Absolutely. I'd say one of the easiest calls to action on Giving Tuesday is to give, right? And we're really excited because right now we have this incredible match. It's an anonymous donor providing a $50,000 match. And I know that IAT also provides a match as well. So whether it's an IAT employee that wants to make a donation at moveforhunger.org or one of your partners that wants to give, Giving Tuesday is obviously the best time to be able to do that. And our matching gift is going to go through the end of the year. For those that also are just not involved yet with the cause, whether it be moving companies, suppliers to the industry, let's get you involved. You've been hearing a lot in the news lately about food insecurity. There is a lot happening around SNAP funding, government shutdowns. Hopefully, we're through some of that, but at the end of the day, there are people that are missing paychecks that are now making even more challenging choices of to pay rent or put food on their table for their kids. Every dollar Move for Hunger raises allows us to go and provide 4 meals to families in need.
4 meals. That's a big number. 4 meals, right? That's great to hear. So great advice there as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
This episode is going to air after this fact, but you have a big event coming up, which is kind of blowing me out of the water. What you're doing. So that you're a brave man, Adam. But it's called the Music City Drop in Nashville. Can you tell us a little bit about what this is, how you're feeling about it, and then also like how initiatives such as this and the annual Move Challenge support kind of supports your organization and your mission?
Yeah, every once in a while we want to do something a little bit loud, a little bit crazy, a little fun, to put a spotlight on the issues of hunger and food waste, right? You mentioned 38% of the food produced in this country ends up in landfills. Well, 1 in 5 kids go to bed hungry every night. So this year we decided there's about 50 of us in the industry, and we are going to rappel 20 stories down the Omni Hotel the day before the Country Music Awards in Nashville to raise awareness about this issue. And we are really excited about it. Everyone rappelling has been fundraising. It's going to be a great time. We've got Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats involved. We've got Kroger and Dollar General and so many others within the industry that have been supporting this. Shout outs to Steve McKenna at Allied Van Lines, who is actually rappelling, and Brett Bettina of Beltman Relocation Group, which is just crazy. But we do truly have so many others that are doing this with us together. And, to us, it's more than just the fundraising. It's when we rappel down, we're also going to pack 1,000 meal kits to deliver out to local food banks across the city of Nashville.
Well, that sounds like an amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing the photos and to see this happen. So it sounds amazing, man. What a great cause as well.
It's going to be great, and I also just want to I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to all the support that IAT has been able to provide through our STEP challenges, through food drives, through fundraising efforts. We've been seeing just engagement and support grow year over year, and to me, when you're talking about the culture and the heart of a company and giving back being at the top, it's been such a great partnership.
100%. So right back at you. So I'm really happy with where we are with each other, and there's 2 organizations working towards one thing, which is really feeding those who need some food and put some energy and money behind it, frankly. So it's a very great cause. And, we insure movers. You work with movers. You have this great organization, great partnership. So as we think about your journey, though, with Move for Hunger, so as where you are today and what you've grown it to be, as you look ahead in the future, what message do you hope people take away, just high level, this Giving Tuesday, as you just take everything in and just look ahead into the future? What do you want people to take away?
I think as we approach Giving Tuesday, if you are in a position to give, there's never been a more important time to do so. Giving does not mean giving thousands of dollars necessarily, although if you have it, give it. Giving could be give $1. Giving could be give $10 a month and set it and forget it. Giving could be giving your time or your resources or introducing folks to organizations like ours that are doing the work day over day, getting food into food banks and meals into communities. So while I know a lot of this day is about giving dollars, and we would certainly appreciate to be considered as one of the organizations that you support this Giving Tuesday, there's a lot of other ways to give. So think about that as well.
So I will say, Adam, thank you again for joining us. We have really valued this time, and you gave great advice, and so frankly, some simple advice to follow as well, which is very impactful. And thank you for all you're doing to fight hunger and reduce food waste. And, I want us to show our continued support from IAT and this partnership that we have with you, and for coming on the show and for your time. I want to surprise you, or IAT wants to surprise you with an additional $1,000 donation today to Move for Hunger. So it kind of goes with what you just said of,
wow,
putting some thought into it and some focus there. So I just want to give you that donation, let you know about that right now. So
Thank you so, so much. And again, that donation's being matched. It's unbelievable. You guys, again and again, continue to surprise us. And we're just so grateful for this partnership. That money is needed, and it's going to go to good use, moving food to families.
Great to hear. So listeners, if this conversation has inspired you and put a fire in your belly, visit moveforhunger.org, learn how to get involved, or join us in donating. The link to donate is also in our show notes. And we're proud to partner with organizations like Move for Hunger. And frankly, it does align with our values, IAT values, and with our industry, the moving and storage industry. So all in, what a great partnership. So thank you for listening, everyone out there, to What's Brewing, and happy Giving Tuesday.
Happy Giving Tuesday.
Providing insurance answers together is what we do best. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of What's Brewing. Until next time.